Hi folks, Stephen Supini here again with the one, the only, and the very beautiful Janice
Niederhofer.
Niederhofer. That's a name, Niederhofer. Wow.
It's a mouthful.
So we're here at a big convention in Las Vegas today, and Janice, you have a very interesting background. Maybe you could touch on it briefly. It's one of those three-letter government things.
Like DEA?
Like DEA.
And most people don't know what that stands for. Do you?
Drug Enforcement Agency.
Close. Very close. Drug Enforcement Administration.
Administration. Okay, cool. And what was your primary duties there over the last 29 years?
Well, I was a special agent, and I did everything from undercover work to work in international narcotic investigations to interview interrogator, polygraph examiner, and instructor trainer, firearms instructor, tactical instructor, whatever, all of it.
Wow. So tactical instructor and chief interrogator.
No, I would never call myself a chief, but I was a really good interrogator.
And good. Okay, so now that you spent 29 years with them, and now you're out working with companies and high-profile individuals, and how do you translate the skill sets you had at the DEA into working with people today?
Well, it's an easy one. You know, when you're out and your life depends on what you're doing, you have to make really great choices, right down to how you speak, your tone of voice, the language patterns, the words you use, your body language, all of it. Your psychology is the most important part. And you are in control of your psychology, only you. You're in control of your emotions. And emotions will drive or stop your behavior, right? And when I work with an individual or a group or an audience, it's all about what drives people. What are their needs? What are their wants? What makes them move forward? What makes them stop? It's about taking responsibility for your life, for your emotions. What do you want in life and what's preventing you from getting there? I could go on for hours about this thing because I love people. I love to know what makes people tick.
Okay, so inside of all of that, what kind of people would seek out your services, and what would be the end result that they would be able to get from you?
Nice question, Stephen. What I'd love to do right now initially is influence the influencers. So folks that are out there that have large audiences, whether they're a CEO of a company, an author, a speaker, they're out there and they're expanding their wings, and they may or may not be high profile, but who do they turn to that they can trust to really speak out their desires, their goals, their outcomes, what they want, what's preventing them, their dark sides? Because when you get to be that successful, you are not allowed to fail, because when you do, you get judged. So who do you go to really turn to for support and skills and resources and development, and someone that's stealth and confidential? That would be me. So I influence the influencers.
Wow, that sounds pretty good. So that's interesting you say that, because when you do become well known and you do become a persona, you are not allowed to fail. So all these corporate guys or public speakers or actors or anybody that has created any influence, even if they're not well known, they can't fail. And the pressure on people that are influencers is tremendous.
Absolutely. And amongst all the things I do, another element that I do is reputation management. Right? When you're out there, you can turn on the news, read a paper, pick up any magazine, and you can see these poor folks that are at the top that are just going through human experiences, and they're totally exposed to the cameras, the media, that their life is public, right? Public. And even if you're a CEO of a company, you have hundreds of people that are paying attention to who you are, what you're doing and what you're not doing. So when these people take a fall, when they're doing their human experience, who's there to help pick them up and really turn them around and really manage who they are and bring them complete quality, fulfilling, high quality of life? You know, it's about your life here, your purpose in this world, your legacy. What is your legacy? And are you happy with who you are and where you are in your life right now? And have you created that high quality of life in every single category? Because it's possible. But you know, today's day and age is getting so heavy, so heavy. Everywhere you go, it's drama, drama, drama. I don't care where you go in this world, that's what's happening. So it takes even more awareness and consciousness in you. I'm not talking a foo-foo thing, even though I can go there too. It's about being really conscious in what you want in the world, what's preventing you from getting there, and how to get there. Making better choices.
Sounds like what some people would say a roadmap, but done in a way that isn't built for everybody, that's built for the individual.
Absolutely. You've heard people use roadmaps, blueprints.
Yeah.
You know, there's all kinds of psychological terms. I make things simple. You know, I don't flower things. It's okay. What's the challenge? Let's get there. Let's redo it. Let's give you better choices, and let's get you what you want. Let's get you on the road. Which is what? What's the ultimate feeling for people is going to be something like happiness, peace, you know, love, those kinds of things. Those are high quality emotions that you want to run as often as you can in your life. And here's the most important part. It's easy to ride life on a high tide. It's easy to be happy and successful and riding at tide high. But guess what? Life, the best four-letter word in the world, is going to give you life. Whatever it may be. It could be a loss of a job. It could be you lost several $1 million in a business deal. It could be somebody very close to you or yourself got cancer. It could be anything. Life's going to hand you all kinds of stuff, from a pimple on your nose to the biggest challenge in the world. That's when your resources, your skills, your values, your mindset, who you've become, your core, your fiber, that's when it comes most important. It's how you ride those times out.
So what's different about you than other people, besides being your background for 29 years with all the things you talked about, is that you primarily work with people one-on-one, not in large seminar settings.
Well, no, that's not true. I do both.
Okay.
Because one-on-one, but only, I don't want to work with, I'd love to work with 20 people at a time, but when I work with individuals, it's 5 or less when it's one-on-one.
Okay.
Because I'm totally focused on their life. There's no cookie-cutter method for each person. I work with that person in their world. I don't advise. I get into your world and find out what is going on, and we work within that world to create the world that you want. Not what I think you should have. That's my world. What you want, what you desire, what you deserve. And we create that type of lifestyle for you. Now, audiences, I rocked audiences for years. You know, I love people, and the more people, the better. So I get up on stage and, yes. What can I say?
Okay, so for people who want to find out how they can either work with you individually or see you speak with a big audience, what website would they go to?
They would go to Peerage, which is P as in Paul, EERAGE, peerageconsulting.com.
peerageconsulting.com.
That's right.
All right, everybody, so we're going to sign off with the beautiful Janice here. Go ahead and visit her website at peerageconsulting.com. And we'll be hearing more from Janice in the very near future. Great to have you, Janice.
Hey, and thanks for being here for me.
All right, this is Stephen Sapini signing off for now.